Good morning, all my dear students. My name is Shubhangi Sarunke, and now we are going to see the practical 5 of highway engineering. The experimental 5 is a softening point test on the bitumen. Let me see what is the significance of this test. The bitumen does not change from solid to liquid state, but as the temperature increases, gradually becomes soft until it flows readily. All the semi-solid straight bitumen grade need specific fluidity before they are used for application with the aggregate mix. C. We are grading a various type of bitumen because we don't need each and every bitumen to flow. We need a bitumen in some semi-solid state. So depend upon the application or a type of bitumen, we will heat the bitumen to a specific temperature so that we can use that bitumen with that aggregate. For this purpose, the bitumen is sometimes cut back with a solvent like a kerosene. It is not compulsory we have to heat completely all the bitumen. Sometimes we heat the bitumen till it forms a semi-solid state and then we mix it with a solvent like in kerosene. So we get the cut back bitumen. The common procedure, however, is to liquefy the bitumen by heating. Obviously, the bitumen we have to, if we want to liquefy the bitumen, we have to heat it. The softening point is a temperature at which the suspend attain a particular degree of the softening under a specific condition of the test. For a bitumen, it is usually determined by the ring and ball method. It is very much important. If you want to heat or soften the bitumen, on the experimental or on the practical level, we are going to heat it with a specific degree of increasing of temperature and with a specific apparatus, that is ring and ball test. The ring, a brass ring containing the test sample of bitumen, is suspended in the liquid like a water or a glycerin at a given temperature. A steel ball is placed upon the bitumen and the liquid media is then heated at a specific rate. A temperature at which the softened bitumen touches the metal plate placed at the specific distance below the ring is recorded as a softening point of the particular bitumen. The apparatus and the procedure are standardized by an ISI. It is observed that hardened grade bitumen possesses a higher softening point than the softened grade bitumen. Obviously, if the bitumen is a softened grade bitumen, if we heat it, then it will touch the plate at then very fast. That is, their softening point is low. Then the bitumen which is hard. So now the relevant program outcome. What is a relevant program outcome? First is a PO1, that is program outcome. First is the basic knowledge and ability to apply and knowledge of the basic math, science and engineers to solve the engineering problem, that is known as your basic knowledge. And what is PO2? That is in discipline knowledge. Discipline means specific civil engineering knowledge. A civil engineering knowledge is to use for solving the various problems in the engineering field and give a solution to that problem is known as your discipline knowledge. What is experimental and practical? That is PO3. That is program outcome 3. Program outcome is an ability to plan and perform the examination and the practical and to use the result to solve the engineering problem. By doing this practical, we can solve some engineering problem, that is known as experimental and the practical. Then the engineering tools and applicant relevant civil techniques and the tools with the understanding of its limits. If we know the limits of each and every tools of engineers, then we can use it with proper use. Then the individual and the teamwork. The individual and the teamwork means the function effectively has a leader and a team member in the multiple uh, tasks work given by a teacher or anyone for performing the practical. We will see your ability, how you work as a leader, how you work as a team member, and that ability is known as individual and teamwork, that is PO8. So this all POs we require for performing this practical. Then what we need, a relevant course outcome. Which course outcome is this? That is performing a different test on the road material. This is a CO, that is a course outcome. What is a practical outcome? Conducting a softening test on a bitumen. This is a practical outcome. After performing this practical, what outcome we gain? That is conducting a softening point test on a bitumen. Then competitive in the practical skill. After performing this, which skill is developed in you? That is recommending a bitumen for a given type of road. After performing this practical, you should know whether this bitumen we can use it for a specific type of road or not. So this ability has been improved in you after performing this practical. Then, according to IRC recommendation, they have given us some limits for a softening point test. So, and also the guidance. So, let me see what is the limits and guidance given by IRC. The temperature at the instant when the each of the ball and the sample touches the bottom plate of the support is recorded as a softening point value. The mean of the duplicate determination is note. It is essential that the mean value of the softening point, that is temperature, does not differ from the individual observation by more than the following limits. Means if you are performing the softening point test on the same sample 2 times, then the limit should not differ by the given table. That is, if the softening point test is below 30, if you are performing the practical and the bitumen is softening below 30-degree temperature, then when you repeat the same thing or when you repeat the same procedure, then it should not differ by 2 degree. And reproducibility means if you are doing it for a same thing, for the same practical, for the same sample, then it should not differ by 4 degrees Celsius. Same for 30 to 80 degree. If your softening point test is between 30 to 80 degree, then the 1 degree is considered, and in the reproductivity 2 degrees considered. Reproductivity, you are using that sample once again. And what is a repeat? Repeat means you are repeating the same procedure on the different type of samples. Then above 80, there are 2 degree and 4 degree difference. So if that difference is more than this, means you are doing something wrong, or we have to do it once again. Everything, whole procedure you have to follow once again. So this is the IRC which is given the guidance for performing this practical. So this is which all resources we require for performing this practical is a ring and ball apparatus as per IS 1205 1978. Okay, so this is an IS apparatus. According to this IS, we are using this ring and ball apparatus. In that we require a steel balls, then we require a brass ring, and then we require a bath and a stirrer. So this is your ring ball apparatus, as you can see in the diagram we are using for our this experiment. So what is the procedure? Let me first see what is the procedure, what is the observation table, and then we are going to perform it, or we are going to say how we are going to perform it. So what is the procedure? The sample material is heated. First, whatever the sample you are going to take, first you have to heat between the temperature 75 to 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, about the appropriate softening point until it is completely fluent, this poured in a heated ring placed on a metal plate. Means you have to completely soft the material. Means bitumen, if there is a bitumen sample, you have to heat like this, that your bitumen sample will completely uh, change into a fluent. That is the temperature between 75 to 100. To avoid the thickness of the bitumen to a metal plate, then whatever bitumen you are heating, it is into a liquid form. So that liquid form bitumen, you have to pour it in a metal plate. To avoid the thickness between to a metal plate, you have to coat it with the help of the solution of the glycerin or a dextrine. After cooling the ring in air for 30 minutes. The extra bitumen is trimmed out and the ring is placed in the support as discussed in a C point. Okay, then what you are going to do? You are going to remove the extra bitumen if it is there after cooling it for a 30 minutes in air. After that, you are going to remove the ring plate and place in the apparatus. At this time, the temperature of the distilled water is kept at 50 degrees Celsius. And then after placing it in the ring, then in the support, then you have to place that set in the water, in a distilled water at a temperature of 50 degrees Celsius. This temperature maintained for 15 minutes, for which the ball is placed in a position. Then a temperature of the water is rise at an uniform rate of 5 degrees Celsius minute with a control bottom plate by sinking of the ball. At least two observations. For a material whose softening point is above 80, the glycerin is used in the heating media and the starting temperature is 35 degrees Celsius instead of 5. So this is the procedure of the softening point test. So let me see how we are going to conduct it. First we will see the observation table. This is the observation table. Okay, after we are getting the reading, we have to write in this observation table. In this, the first column is temperature at which the bitumen soft and still bottom touches the bottom plate by sinking of balls. Means it started, bitumen started softening. Then the reading at which the ball is touching the plate and the ball too is touching the plate. We have to write when this bitumen will soft and touch the bottom plates, the mean value of that thing. We have to repeat this procedure for a 3 times and then we have to calculate softening point temperature. For this, let me see how we are going to conduct.
Good morning all my dear students. My name is Shivani Saluki, Student Civil Department. Now we are going to perform highway practical number 6, that is softening point test. For this we require apparatus, that is ringing ball apparatus. If we study what is ringing ball apparatus, this is a ringing ball apparatus. Okay, this is a temperature control knob. Here we have to place the container. Okay, this is a container. The container height is 120 mm and the diameter is 850 mm. Okay, in this we have to place our ring and ball. Okay, this is a ring, this is a ring. Okay, the inner diameter of the ring is 15.9 mm, the outer diameter is 20.6 mm, the depth of the ring is 6.4 mm, and this is a ball. Okay, the diameter of the ball is 9.5 mm and the weight of the ball is 2.5 gram plus or minus 0.05. And the last we require this thermometer. You can see in this thermometer the temperature is increasing by 5 degree Celsius. Okay. Okay. First we have to heat the bitumen MC. Okay. The heating temperature of the bitumen between 75 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. You can see after bitumen is completely melt, we have to pour this bitumen in our ring. You can see the ring. Okay. After pouring bitumen in the ring, you can see there is a extra bitumen. We have to remove it after 30 minutes. Okay, we have to keep this bitumen in a room temperature for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we have to remove the extra bitumen. You can see we after 30 minutes, I have cut the extra bitumen. Okay, after cutting the extra bitumen from both the ring, we have to place this ring with bitumen in this apparatus like this. We have to place it. Okay, then we have to place over in a container. Okay, and even we have to take this ring. Okay, this ring and everything we have to place in bath. Okay, the temperature which we set up in the bath are 50 degrees Celsius. We have to keep all the apparatus in it for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes we have to remove it and we have to place in our main apparatus. Okay, so I am placing. We have removed all our apparatus after 15 minutes. Remove this also with all the water which has been rising. Take care. Okay. After this, place this ring above this. As you can see, like this. The string above this, like this. Place very properly. Then ball you have to place in between this. This is the temperature is okay, like this. After this, you have to place this apparatus in a container. Okay. Then we have to take the thermometer and we have to place this thermometer like this. This is the setup of our ring and ball. The temperature of distilled water is 50 and we have set this temperature to 35 degrees Celsius. We have to increase the temperature 55 degrees Celsius every 5 minutes. Okay. How we going to increase? In every 5 minutes we have to increase by this. With the help of this, with the help of temperature controller, we have to increase the temperature. Okay. As you can see, after some time, after some temperature, the ball or the vitamin will touch this lower plate. Okay. The distance between both the plate is 25 mm. Okay. After some time, you can see the bitumen is coming down. As you can see, okay, both the bitumen is touching down. Okay, bottom plate. Okay, the temperature at which the first uh, ring or a first ball or a first bitumen touching down, it is 80 and the second one is 85. As you can see in this temperature, now the temperature is about 85. So I will note down over here. You can see this is our observation table. In the observation table, okay, the reading 1 in the degree, okay, centigrade, ball 1 touching the plate, it is 80 degrees Celsius, and the ring 2, the ball touching the second plate, that is here 85 degrees Celsius. The mean of this both is 82.5 degrees Celsius. Okay, like this we have to do for second and third one. The same thing I have performed 3 times with different type of vitamin. So I have got this all readings. After I got this all reading, I have calculated mean of each reading. After I calculating mean of each reading, then I note down the softening point of vitamin. Therefore, the softening therefore the softening point of given vitamin sample is 79.5 degree Celsius. So this is all about your softening point test. Thank you.